Do you know how it feels to be society's whore, backed against the wall and can't take it no more? It's your choices they limit and control when you're on the dole, slipping deeper and deeper into the hole, while white-knuckle fists throw dirt on your head before you've even had time to be pronounced dead, causing flesh to stink and rotten. Before long, you're buried and forgotten, and just be glad you ain't out picking cotton from dawn to dusk. Hands rough and dry as old corn husk. In this time, master, we still can't trust that society's dishonor still falls on us. It's true when we're the ones cooking America's stew, but because you're on welfare, they're looking at you like you're trying to steal the whole stew pot, but they don't realize we gotta fight just to lick the spoon that they got. But the time comes soon for us to show our teeth and bite the hand that feeds, because they ain't meeting our needs. Their own greed will be their demise when angry black women decide to rise up and fight for our share and fight for what's fair instead of worrying about what to wear or pressing our hair and all these distractions that keep us from action. Soon the malaise of our dissatisfaction will have them wishing they never brought us here. They'll be the ones crying tears, cowering in fear. Their selfish greed they'll soon regret when they feel the imminent threat of strong black fists and feet and asses of bloodthirsty masters and the awaited uprising of the misinformed masses. See, all we really got to do is unify and not be afraid to die, because we have a common enemy to defy. The corporate pimps and media lies, secret society guys, and the minds that have been colonized, so recognize we already got them outside. Let us unsheath our swords and cut government ties. This time the revolution is going to be televised live, so I want to know, have you got my back, black? Got my back, because there ain't no looking back and ain't no turning back, because I'm too angry to be scared. Are you still too scared to be angry? Woo! Woo! Thank you. I'm going to do an old jaded love poem just because I kind of pulled it out of my ass today. It's rather old, but it's still a good piece. It's called I've Had You. Bear with me, I haven't pulled this one out in several years. I've had you on my mind 99.9% of the time for the last 5 years. I've had my taste in your tears, and my hopes and fears revolve around you. If you are the sun, then I am the moon, reflecting your light, giving rise to the tides of our sacred waters. I am the earth, giving birth to your daughters. My fertile dirt gives life consistently to even the most wantonly spilled seeds. Like pure light, I've had you melt between my arms, filling me with the glows of your charms, illuminating me from the inside out so much that I forget all about the blinding darkness that keeps me traveling down the same long road. I've had you tell me you love me in moments of ecstasy through tantric telepathy. I've had you so deeply inside me that for a moment I became you fucking me, and finally I knew how it felt to love myself. I've had you in my dreams when I'm sleeping, recurrent themes that you're creeping, and I like to think that even though I have a degree in prophecy that maybe these dreams don't apply to me, a reflection of my insecurity, perhaps a sadistic fantasy, and I've had you reassuring me that really nothing's happening and mine's the only ass you're waxing, but every week you knock my world off its axis, and I wish I could put the earth into stasis, stop it from spinning on Monday nights, holding it tightly in my grip until Wednesday's dawn so that Tuesdays would never come. No Mars day to fuel the rage that I repress in your presence. I confess and do penance for your transgressions, just so there'll be some sort of reconciliation, because it seems my penance is a futile frustration because I've never really had you all to myself. No, I'm like a book that you put on the shelf when the story gets boring or the theme too complex. Then it's on to the next book, the one with the larger print and less attractive cover, but's always a good lover, I mean reading, when all you really need is mind-numbing fluff and fiction with back to reality. I've had you hand me rationalizations and technicalities that don't even matter to me, because my love stretches far beyond the boundaries of logic and reason. My wounded soul is just a petty consequence for your treason. My tears a mere inconvenience, because today it seems treachery is in season and lechery is just par for the course. Of course, I've had you, but only in parts. Mine is just another bleeding heart pierced by the stake you refer to as your dick. Seems I'm falling for the trick, and I knew the game was unfair when I decided to play, but for some reason I did anyway. And now it's checkmate for me, because in reality, I can't check my mate, and player, I'm hating your game. You see, I thought the object was to be on the same team and protect the queen, but we weren't on the same team. I was black, you were white, the two of us like day and night, neither existing without the other, my lover, but your tactics, I can't bear them, and your harem, I know they're just pawns in your game, but sometimes it burns just the same. So tell me, how do I settle for parts of a fragmented whole? Must I sell my soul for these token pieces of affection and misguided trajectories of your affections? There's so much more that I'm worthy of, and now it seems there's not enough love in the galaxy to fill this void in my physicality. The shards of your deception and mistrajectories of your affection have wounded my soul, but yet somehow I remain whole. I've had you so much that I've had it with you, because to you, 1 + 1 was always 2, and not one unit unified like 1 times 1. I multiplied and now have you inside myself forever, perhaps never to own my singularity, because now our plurality has become my quantum reality. So ultimately, I'll always have you, even though I never really had you. This next piece is on a more serious political tip. It's something I wrote like a decade ago. It's an homage to Mumia Abu-Jamal, who's a political prisoner. It's still, however, a really timely piece given the circumstances. And this one's called Death Row. They want to see you like Mumia, with your face in your hands and your fate in theirs, while the world via the media just sits and stares as they warm the electric chair with hateful glare, a light for an eye. Fuck what's fair. Can you feel the hate? Can you feel the heat? Strapped down tight to the legal lynch seat of ill intention as you sing songs of redemption on death row. Death row is in rows and rows of African cargo, shackled on shit-filled slave ship, sharing the tragic triangle trip to the land of blood-stained whip and big money grip. Death row is in rows and rows of stolen Negroes, bought and sold like $2 hoes off the auction block, bought and sold like game and livestock, bought and sold like niggas by rock. Now we're slaves to the rock and we die by the Glock, dodging shots from killer cops on our own block, and it don't stop. Because urban tragedies mean more money for corporate prison facilities and more elegies for half-dead homies dying to live and living to die on death row. Death row is in Rhodesia, colonized by the uncivilized, resources re-rationalized, minerals monopolized. Welcome to the land of genocide, imperialized in the name of Cecil Rhodes' white pride. He was the master architect of apartheid, #1 proponent of beating black hide. Yo, there's no place to hide from your past, sweet Rhodesia, despite the media and historical amnesia. Your true story is a tale that's gory, and you must be restored to your former glory instead of swinging in limbo like a soul on death row. Death row is in Rwanda, who's on her knees like mad cow disease. See, Rwanda got the colonial division illusion confusion syndrome, and now mad brothers are killing brothers in the motherland we call home. Yo, brother M2 caught a brick to the dome and they shot his pops too, so now mama's alone, weeping in a valley of dry bones. Rows of bodies and rows of bones. They killed 1 million Tutsis in less than a month. Rwanda was dying in 1994, while the world ignored the oppressor kept score by counting the death rows. Death row is in Road to Nowhere. Death row is in Rosewood. Death row tried to blow up Ramona, Africa, one of 2 sole survivors in the Philadelphia massacre, where they blasted you and tear gassed you in the city of brotherly hate. Got no love for brothers or mothers or children on the move. On May 13th, their point they proved with 100-gallon per minute water hose and 10,000 rounds of high-powered ammo, and bomb explodes, delivered via Philly Coco. Mumia told her now he's on death row with nowhere to go, yo. Death row, like Roman crucifixion, served Philly style like steaks. And on death row, the stakes are high, because on death row, you die. It's high stakes in these united snakes, and I'm scaring you with threats of death penalties and random casualties of modern-day warfare. See, urban war is tribal war, is survival, but are you your brother's rival? Yeah, urban war is tribal war, is global war. Good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing, because this ain't no urban war, this ain't no global war, this ain't no tribal war, this ain't no holy war, this ain't no damn civil war. This is a spiritual war within the matrix of what is and what should be and what could be if we all just be. going to do is one of my favorites because it's like a personal affirmation for me about money. And I don't know if any of y'all have heard it, but you know, it really helps ground me in my belief system about economics and how ultimately I manifest things that I need in life, not necessarily through the exchange of dollars, because that's just a false belief system that we all seem to have bought into that reality and are sharing this reality, which I don't really want to have part of. So that's what this is about. You know, if you have money in the bank, it's not like they got a vault with your name on it with, you know, 45 grand in it that you put in there. I mean, it's not real. So.
Right.
That's all.
Speak on it.
Message.
Message.
Anyway, so this piece is called Money. It's my favorite. Some will call me destitute because I choose not to prostitute myself to the system or give my life force to support someone else's needs. Pimping my labor to feed another's greed? Not me. I'm not using my blood to oil the corporate machine and won't trade my labor for some minimum wage favor. You might even think that I'm a dummy because I got no money. Not one credit card and no bank account, but true wealth cannot be counted or quantified. It's not material, so therefore it's untaxable. True wealth is truly untakeable, like my faith in the abundance of nature is unshakable, and I may not have a dime, but my time is mine, so if time is money, you tell me who's the dummy. See, I'm on the path of my divine destiny, and it's as much about you as it is about me, so slow your roll and make me feel me. I've learned the faster you're going, the less you see, and the faster you go, the harder you crash. So I'm taking my time and dissecting my past, not counting money, but counting lessons and lesson learning. While drones are out earning, sweating and burning, slaving to build someone else's dream, and meanwhile you sleep on your own destiny. And yeah, the system's testing me, but it won't get the best of me because the fear of poverty is the true nature of greed. That's why settler seeds plot and scheme, manipulate economies, and sell American dreams. See, poverty does not equate to lazy. They got folks thinking crazy because around the world this factor is true. The less you have, the harder you have to work. And possessions disconnect us from Mother Earth. The rich pay for false dreams and instant gratification without the slightest consideration of the forced indignation endured by another to maintain their cover, their image. Imagine, Mama in Indonesia sits at singer, blistered fingers hurt. She's sewing seams on skirts and buttons on shirts, hand-laying beads for $2 a week to support our need for that ethnic mystique. Put her best work in that beautiful skirt at the bottom of hamper next to your very own washer. Tomorrow you'll wash it with your very own water. While Indonesian mama bathes naked at river, her babies all with her. 3 yards of cloth, the only garment of hers. Last night it served as covers for 3 children and her. But when they lay down at night, they're blanketed with love and with light, known only to those who respect the smallest blessings in life. They don't know greed, they only want what they need. Something to eat, someplace to sleep, clothes on their backs and shoes on their feet. But on this side of the world, we need what we want. Shamelessly flaunt, think it's chic to be gaunt, submit to this capitalist money hunt. Arabs are dying to keep our SUVs gassed up while this country is morally bankrupt, corrupt, and fucked up. They're telling me that peace is hard and what, war is easy? Well, I don't believe the hype. Like Chuck D, I'm the #1 public enemy because the truth comes to me in prophecy. Fuck the money, it's coming from the system I'm running. My soul will not be done and not selling out for no one. And I believe in the power of visualization, the first stage of manifestation. The second stage is the invocation, and you are now witnessing an invocation. It's lyrical alchemy because thoughts and words are pure energy and matter is nothing but pure energy. So I'm moving mountains with mantras, inciting actions with verbs, doing my part to heal the world with my sixth sense, critical mass influence, fulfilling higher purpose for universal congruence. It's like the Matrix, so take this reality pill because the truth and only the truth will set us free. And what I do, it ain't even about money.
Give it up